Might be the unluckiest electrician ever. While helping his company repair a short-circuited line, he accidentally got electrocuted. Thousands of volts of high voltage caused his entire body to shake uncontrollably. Then he fell from a height into a pool of electric eels. Sensing danger, the electric eels began releasing powerful voltage. But surprisingly, the electric current didn't kill him outright. Instead, it repaired the cracks in his teeth, and his body underwent some kind of transformation. With the final shock from the electric eels, the pool reached its breaking point. It was finally shattered by the powerful current. The man died in the pool as a result. But when company executives learned of this, they planned to cover it up. They decided to cremate the man immediately. Suddenly, the lights in the morgue began to flicker continuously. Then Max woke up on the examination table. The badly burned Max had somehow been reborn. He could now clearly see the tiny blood vessels in his palms. Nearby electrical devices were affected by his presence. They began to operate on their own. Max watched in disbelief. At that moment, he didn't understand how he had changed. He grabbed some clothes nearby and left the morgue. He arrived in the busy downtown area. Cars near him were affected by Max's presence. They began to flash continuously. With just a light touch, the car's electrical power was completely absorbed by Max, but he still felt extremely weak. He needed more electrical power. Just then he spotted endless electrical currents in the city center. There were many cables buried underground. This was exactly what Max needed, so he rushed to a nearby cable. He opened a manhole cover. Then without hesitation, he thrust his hand inside. He absorbed the current from the cables. In an instant, the lights throughout the entire city grew extremely dim, yet he continued absorbing power. Fortunately, a patrolling police officer discovered Max. The officer warned him to remove his hand from the cable. Hearing the police warning, Max slowly raised his head. When the officer saw his abnormal face, he immediately threatened him at gunpoint to stand still. Startled, Max discharged an electrical beam. It lifted a nearby truck high into the air, then slammed it violently to the ground. Hearing the commotion, more police officers rushed over. They surrounded Max completely, captured by reporters' cameras. He quickly became the center of attention. This was actually Max's dream. As someone at the bottom of society, he had fantasized about being in the spotlight, to be noticed and taken seriously by others. While Max was still absorbed in his new appearance, the police threw smoke grenades at him. They shouted "freak." Even though Max tried desperately to explain, the police wouldn't listen to him at all. This made Max extremely angry. In an instant, he released a powerful shockwave. Nearby vehicles were immediately sent flying.